Who is your customer? Who is your customer? One of the most popular things when you ask somebody who has a product or service, who is your product or service for? Everybody. Oh, that's nice. Everybody. So because their product or service is for everybody, guess what they're doing with their ads? They're running their ads 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And this is a company with a budget. This is a company, a lot of companies, when you're starting out, you don't have a big budget. So you really don't market. And when you don't market, you don't get eyes and awareness. And when you don't get eyes and awareness, you don't get people wanting to know more. And when you don't get people wanting to know more, you don't get people wanting to buy your product or service. But let's keep the people with a low or no budget out right now. Let's just talk about the people who have a budget. Let's say you went and got a loan. And just to make it a little more spicy, let's say you had a fundraiser with your closest friends and family. Not even a fundraiser. A fund. You were raising funds and you told them it was an investment, and it is an investment, right? They're investing that your idea, your product or service is going to be a good one. They know you, they like you. And because they know you and like you, and because it's so ambitious, they're willing to give a little more than what they were able to, because, they trust your instincts. They know your product. They like it. They want to encourage you. So they gave you a little more than what maybe their accountant would have advised they should have, to the extent they kind of expect it back. And let's say it's a parent that maybe put a mortgage on the house just to support this child's business idea, their child's business endeavor. However you got the money, you got a lump sum of cash. You have the product or service ready to go. Now you just have to find your customer. You kind of did that backwards. You're supposed to have the customer first, then create the product that solves the problem of the customer. But that's neither here nor there. Let's say now you're looking for the customer. And with this lump sum of cash that you either got via a business loan or via friends and family, because if it was a business loan, guess what? If you fail, you just file bankruptcy and you start over. If you have the fortitude to start over. Most people, once they fail once, that's it. It's over. Back to 9 to 5. I wasn't able. I wasn't ready. I didn't have the ability. But let's say you're one of those people who really understand that life is about failure and you're supposed to learn from failure. And with that failure, you use those lessons learned to try something else. And if you fail again, you add those new lessons on top of the old lessons. You just keep failing till it's almost impossible to fail because you done tried everything. But if you fail with the business loan, you just file bankruptcy and start over. How do you explain to your parents how investment work? Yeah, mom or dad, you invested in my company and it was an investment. So that means you must understand that I can't pay you back. And this mortgage that you put on a house that in your retirement fits some income that you can't afford, sorry. Right? A lot of business owners run into that. So we want to make sure that this money, this lump sum of cash, because they believe in you and I believe in you too, but we want to make sure you're spending this money in the right place. So let's say you get this money, this lump sum of cash, you spend it on marketing, but who are you marketing to? You running TV ads, because you got this money, you running TV ads, you running radio ads, you got billboards. You're on podcasts. But guess what happens when you don't know who you're marketing to, or when you stick to that, my marketing is for everybody. And when you look at who you have targeted in your online marketing fishnet, you have it from 18 to 65. Married, unmarried, single, kids, no kids, running all day. Because your product and service is for everybody. But guess what quickly happens when you market online to everybody? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For some strange reason, when you market to everybody, you get nobody. You got to know who your customer is. What's their behaviors? Are they the type to get their coffee from Starbucks? What? Are they the type to get the coffee from the Wawa? Do they have kids? If they have kids, do they pick them up? Do they drop them off? Are they married? Are they single? Are their parents still alive? Right? Who is this person? Do they pick up dry cleaning? Or have they never seen a dry cleaner's a day in their life? Who is this person? Do they watch TV, broadcast TV? Do they only watch streaming apps? Do they listen to music? Is it Spotify? Is it Apple? Because guess what happens when you build a customer persona, when you figure out this person's behaviors, when you figure out this person's jobs to be done, when you figure out this person's demographic, what's their specific age, not between the ages of 27 to 35. Is this person 31, 32? What's this person's name? Jody, John? Do all of that. Get real specific. Right? Because let's say this person is somebody who, because you got so specific, you said this person is somebody who's they're a single mom, 2 kids. The kids catch the bus in the morning, but they pick them up after school. The school lets out at 3. So guess what? So how is she picking them up? In the car. What she's listening to in the car? She's listening to the radio, but you don't even know what station she on. If you would have specifically targeted, let's call her John. Let's call her Jeanette. If you would have specifically targeted Jeanette, you would have had it playing on the R&B station in that area where your business is, between the hours of 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. Instead of having 10 ads playing all day, you got 10 ads playing in just a 2-hour window. I think she might hear your commercial. And because you knew what time typically schools let out, and because you knew she had kids, that's the persona. And because you knew her parents were still alive, you marketed maybe on an old Matlock, because you know she still spends times with her parents. Like, you got to get that specific, because it takes being that specific to make sure you're getting to the right people. And let's say you didn't do that, you blew the budget, but let's say you did do that. Now, not only are you spending less money per customer, you got money to put back into the business. Now, instead of having to let the people who invested in you know, or having to file bankruptcy, let the people that invest in you know that the business is failing, and unfortunately you can't pay them back. You'll try if you ever can. Instead of having to let the bank know you failed and filing bankruptcy in order to keep them from taking everything you got. Because I know some of you be like, Oh no, I started an LLC. That's limited liability company. They can only take it's in the company's name. I'm sorry to tell you, but if you one of those solo practitioners, entrepreneurs, or one of those people where it's just you and you hire a bunch of subcontractors, but you tell them specifically what to do and how to do it. Oh, these banks know how to pierce the corporate veil. They know how to pierce that company veil. And now they're going after you personally. So let's say you're somebody that has low or no budget. Wouldn't this be important information too? Because now that low budget is tenable. You can make something shake because you know it specifically when, where, and how to target them. Because you built that persona and you targeted it directly to that persona. And I know what you're thinking. I don't just want Jeanette. I want a bunch of, I want a lot of customers. I'm not going to survive just off Jeanette. Guess what? There are 1,000 Jeanettes in your area. 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 Jeanettes in your area. And if you start talking specifically to your customer, specifically to Jeanette and her clones, they coming. Because they gonna feel like you the only one that can help because it seems like you're the only one that understands them. And it all started from creating a customer persona before you market it. Your customer persona, you wanted to have the demographics of the person, the name of the person, the age of the person, the average annual salary of the person, not the specific salary of that person. Do they have kids? Where do they eat? Where do they drink? What do they watch? What are their pain points? What are their jobs to be done every day? What do they have to get done? Because if you can imagine when you're talking to somebody just face to face and you relate to them and they relate to you. Don't it make it more likely that y'all can be friends? Imagine if somebody is reading your ad or hearing your ad and you speaking directly to them. I know how it feels. You just got off work. You got to go get the kids and your mom wants you to come by and help. Somebody going to look at that radio like, how the hell? And there's going to be a lot of people going to be like, man, I don't got no kids. My mama and daddy dead. That's cool. That's not your customer. My name is Randolph Love III. I help business owners and homeowners avoid financial catastrophe and have the option of retiring comfortably in 10 to 15 years unless you've been listening to the Entreprenudist podcast, the place to hear real entrepreneurs and business owners bear it all.